All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Just passing through here before going to bed, and just want to drop this video. Oh, what's it? Just want to drop this video about the end times, to say a little bit about these times that we are in, because uh, let me get this thing going. Can you imagine my mouse died on me just when it's time for me to use it? Let me get it charged up. Let me get it charged up. Oh boy. Where can I get it charged? Anyway. Yeah. So, when I leave this video here, it has been pressed on me to speak about the times because, we have been with you from the time of that disease. We have been warning people, telling them about the times from the time that that disease was upon the earth. I don't like how this mic sounds. Kind of sounds too many SS. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, from the time that that sickness was upon the earth, we have been speaking about the plans of the enemy, the plans of the wicked, and where the world is going today. And I don't know how many people have not yet realized it, that we are actually in the end of days. And the Bible is actually fulfilling itself for the end times. There is no doubt that we are in these end times, and we see the four seals. And that's what I want to actually alert our people to, that the seals, the four seals, the first seal was that sickness that was upon the earth. And in case you're new to us, we have done this numerous times to actually show, it's in Revelation 6, the seals. Let me change this mic because I don't like what it's actually sounding so essy. Coming up. Too much high S's. Let me get it changed. Mic check 1 2 2 2. Yes, this sounds better. 2 2. Yes, check 1 2. Yes, so as I was saying, we looked at the seals of the book of Revelation. And I know at this time over that side of the world, over the western side of the world, people will be preparing, and it will be preparation day. But I just want to drop this quick one and leave it right here. Revelation 6 verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Well, we showed you that he had a bow, but he had no arrow, but he was given a crown. And then the crown there is a piece of a puzzle, because we have to find out what the word crown there actually means. And let me just show you. If you go to the etymology of the word crown, let me just go to one of these. All right. Let me just shift this over and get it a little over. All right. If you look at the etymology of the word crown, you can see crown. Let me get it and show you the etymology. Etymology is the origin of the word, the root meaning of the word, etymology of the word crown. And as you can see, the etymology of the word crown is the Latin corona. Old English corona. So Revelation 6 was actually telling us that he had a bow and a crown, a corona was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. And this is how they have conquered the world in setting up their new world order through this disease that is the corona. Now, right after the corona, there is another seal that is to come, and that is the red horse. So we have the white horse, and white, of course, refers to pharmacy, because pharmacy is one of the prophecies of Babylon in the end time, Revelation 18:23. Revelation 18, verse 23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, Bill Gates, etc. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. By thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And we have done this countless times. Sorceries, there is actually the Greek word pharmakia, G5331, pharmakia, from G532, medication, pharmacy. So by thy medication, by thy pharmacy, were all nations deceived. By thy medication, by thy sorcery. And we looked at many things to do with this end time, just giving you a little touch there with the seals. So that first seal, the corona, after the first seal, then we have the second seal. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, Come and see. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So this is war with the red horse. And we showed Psalms 74 verse 4, that color red there. How do we get those colors? They call them, what did they call them again? Battle, Psalm 74 4. There's a word that they call these ensigns. Psalm 74 4. Thine enemies roar in the midst of thy congregations. They set up their ensigns for signs. Thine enemies, these are the enemies of the children of Israel. These are the children of Edom, and the children of Ishmael are the primary ones in the end times, as it tells us in Psalms 83, verse 6. It tells you the nations that are conspiring to make sure the name of Israel or Yasharal is no more in remembrance. And those nations are the enemies of the children of Yasharal. It says they set up their ensigns or their banners or their flags for signs. So when it says the red horse, because the reason I'm doing this broadcast here today, normally we are here preparing for the Shabbat, but the reason I have to do this broadcast because of a dream someone gave about the serpent and the colors red and green. But let me get back to it, to the seals. So the second seal was the red horse, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace on the earth. And we know the scarlet colored beast that is going to be on the earth in the end times with the 7 heads. The 7 heads are the G7 nations with the name of blasphemy, that letter G that comes from their building masonry. G7, name of blasphemy. And the 7 heads, all the flags of all 7 nations are scarlet colored. This is the NATO is the scarlet colored beast that takes away peace, has the power to take away peace from the earth. Now, there are 4 seals, and all 4 seals are going to take place in rapid succession, some simultaneously, as we are going to see from the book of 2nd Baruch. So the second seal was that war, and we saw that war stirring up with a red nation over there in the place called Ukraine. That was just the beginning. That is just the beginning. Verse 5, and when he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. This is, balances have to do with business. This is Babylon that we're talking about. This is the fall of Babylon, the fall of the economic system of Babylon, because, and I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. This is buying and selling, and this is also the stock exchange. This is the collapse of the world monetary economic system that's going to take place in the midst of it all. And when he had opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4th beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the 4th part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. Now, what is this pale horse? This pale horse here. The word for pale is chloros, which means from the same as greenish, that is verdant, dun-colored, green, pale. This horse is a green horse. And notice something here. Notice something here. This green horse is also a horse of war. Look at it. The second horse, the red horse, is a horse of war. And this same horse was in the book of Zechariah, keeping peace on the earth, making sure that all the earth kept still. What beast was that? That's the job of NATO, led by the United States. They are the people who ensure that no nation steps out of bounds. If they step out of bounds, United States is called on them. That's the red horse. Okay? But when the time is up, the Most High had told Yasharal that when the time is up, he's going to turn things around. And this is what he does in Revelation 6 now. That same red horse, whose job it is was to keep the place quiet, is now going to take peace from the earth. So United States is going to come up against the pale horse, because these are 2 warring factions. The red horse is a horse of war. There was given unto him a great sword, and the pale horse is a horse of war. Power was given unto him to the 4th part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. This is another war. What we are having here, people, is the war between the red and the green. But who are the green? Remember, it said they set up their ensigns for signs. So let's see, let us show the color green. The green ensigns, the green flags. And if you go and do a Google search, the color of Muslim, that color is green. Green, considered a sacred color in Islam, associated with Qidr or landscape of greenery. The color is indicative of the heavens. In fact, the Muslim faith believes that the people in paradise are dressed in all green. As a result, the majority of Muslim flags are green. You see that? They set up their ensigns for signs. Let me spread this out so you can see it all. They set up their ensigns for signs. As you can see, green, 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 green. This is the green horse, people. This is the green horse. This is the green horse. Islam. Green. All the way. Green. So, what do we have here? What do we think is happening over there in Yasharal? This is prophecy. Not prophecy that they had the true Yasharal, because they are not, but they are there for another purpose. They are there to stir up this war between the red horse and the green horse. And that is why the United States is over there immediately as the war started. And this war, I don't know if you watched anything to do with this war. I don't know if you watched anything to do with this war. Yeah. Shalom, Tommy. This war was really, really funny to me. Because as soon as, first of all, when I heard these people, invaded Israel, I was saying, "What? This is strange." Israel, that great nation with the spying capability and the great military, and how much they are on top of the Palestinians. How could these people be attacking them for so long and they didn't do anything? That first was the first thing that was really funny to me. Then the next thing that was funny to me was that when he came out, the prime minister, "Oh, this is war. We are at war." Immediately, it was as if they were just waiting for the opportunity. We are at war. Israel is at war, and we are not going to this and that. Yeah, and I was like, no, 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 no. This looks funny, like it was set up. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Those people who are leading this world, it's really the red horse. Power is given to them to take peace from the earth. When they left the disease, these are the ones who were pushing the thing to go in the arm for that disease. When they finished dealing with the disease, they immediately turned their attention to Russia, Ukraine. Immediately. The same people who were leading this disease thing, all of a sudden gone into this war. Now, guess what's going to happen? It's the same people again that are going to turn to this war. So they use nations for proxies, just as though they use Ukraine as a puppet, a proxy nation. Same way they're using this nation called Israel, those who say they are Jews and are not, using them as proxy. And then you see right away the US sending ships, everything. Now, not too long ago, I saw on YouTube that US had dropped a bomb in Syria in response to something to do with Iran. And we know that Iran look at this. These people, the countries that will be destroyed because of World War III. See this, countries that will be destroyed because of World War III. Is that these people are telling you that it's going to happen? They're not asking. They're not saying if there is World War III. They're saying because of World War III. So where was I again? Yeah. So we're speaking about the red horse and the green horse. Now, in the book of Second Baruch, now first of all, let's go to Hamashiach in the book of Matthew. Then we'll go to Second Baruch, Matthew 24. when the disciples asked Hamashiach. Verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So, famines, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. In Revelation 6, let me get this thing. Revelation 6. Up. Yeah. What a time for this mouse to stop working. In Revelation 6, when it's telling us about the pale horse, it says, Power was given unto him to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. So this is pestilence. This is famine. And up here with the first horse here, the white horse, this white horse is a disease. So it has to do with pestilence. Same thing that Hamashiach is talking about in Matthew 24. All right. So let's go to 2nd Baruch and match it up with Matthew 24. We're going to go to 2nd Baruch 25. 2nd Baruch 25. And Yahuwah answered and said to me, You also will be preserved until that time, namely until that sign which Yahuwah the Most High will bring about before the inhabitants of the earth at the end of days. This then will be the sign. When horror seizes the inhabitants of earth, and they fall into many tribulations, and further they fall into great torments. All this has not yet happened as yet. And it will happen that they will say in their thoughts, because of their great tribulations, Yahuwah, the Mighty One, does not anymore remember the earth. It will happen when they lose hope that the time will awake. So the time has to get hopeless before we really kick into the true end time. Chapter 26, verse 1. And I answered and said, That tribulation which will be, will it last a long time, and that distress will it embrace many years? And Yahuwah answered and said to me, That time will be divided into 12 parts, and each part has been preserved for that for which it was appointed. In the first part, the beginning of commotions. In the second part, the slaughtering of the great. In the third part, the fall of many into death. In the fourth part, the drawing of the sword. Now we see this happening, this third part here, happening with this sickness that is upon this earth and that thing that they gave them. So many people have fallen dead. So many people have fallen ill and have just died. The fall of many into death. In the fourth part, the drawing of the sword. And see, the drawing of the sword, which is war, comes right after those many people are dying. Can you imagine that? So what is coming next after the fall of many by the sword? It is famine and withholding of rain. Famine and the withholding of rain. In the sixth part, so you can imagine wars going on. These world wars going on, and then famine at the same time, no rain at the same time, economic collapse at the same time. Man, this is going to be terrible. In the sixth part, earthquakes and terrors. Now, the eighth part is the most dangerous one. In the eighth part, a multitude of ghosts and the appearances of demons. Hey. Woo. Can you imagine this? How can I not turn to the Most High? Because I don't want any ghost to be able to bother me, and demons. Anyway, in the 9th part, the fall of fire. In the 10th part, rape and much violence. In the 11th part, injustice and unchastity. In the 12th part, disorder and a mixture of all that has been before. Everything is going to be mixed up in one. These parts of that time will be preserved and will be mixed, one with another, and they will minister to each other. Now, hear this shocking part of it now. For some of these parts will withhold a part of themselves and take from others, and will accomplish that which belongs to them and to others. Hence, here's a shocking part. Those who live on earth in those days will not understand that it is the end of times. Those who dwell on the earth will not understand that it is the end of times. So even though we're talking, nobody's going to believe us. Verse 20, chapter 28. But everyone who will understand will be wise at that time. For the measure and the calculation of that time will be 2 parts, weeks of 7 weeks. So that's 7 years. All right? I won't go any further with that part. So that is the shocking thing about it. Now, I was sent a dream the other day, and someone sent a dream to me before that with a multicolored dragon. A multicolored dragon. And after that, someone sent another one about a snake that I was driving, and a snake was in the vehicle, and it was red and it was green. Red and it was green. And it has been on my heart to comment on these seals of revelation. She said I was in the vehicle speaking about what was happening on the earth, and there was a snake that was there, and I was not afraid of the snake, the person said. And the only disturbing thing about the dream, that the snake was coiled in my lap like it was a pet. And I was looking at it, disturbing. What is a snake doing in my lap while I'm driving? But I was driving and telling people, warning people in the world about what is happening. And so this red and this green thing, I said I have to speak about this. Be prepared for what these people are planning upon this earth. Be prepared for what these people are planning. Because if you are still naive, thinking that these people want the world to continue and they wish you well and all of that, then you are utterly deceived. These people, these Luciferians, believe that they are building a utopian society, a society without most of us, a society in which if we remain, in a society in which they want to get rid of most of us, and if any remain, we will have to be their servants. If you don't understand this, then you will be deceived by these people. So everything that they're doing on this earth, so we have the Red Horse, which is NATO led by the United States. They are all in one order, setting up their one world kingdom, their new world order. They do not want things to continue. They do not want the world to go in righteousness, in a right direction. They want to destroy this earth, destroy the order that is there, because this is what they have planned. There is a man called Albert Pike. Albert Pike was a Freemason, and he predicted 3 world wars. And guess what? 2 of his predictions have already come to pass. Here it is. Chilling letter written 150 years ago. Chilling letter written 150 years ago predicted both world wars and a third battle against Islamic leaders. Now it says, a chilling letter that predicted the First and Second World Wars also claimed a third global battle will be fought between the West and Islamic war leaders. The prophecy was penned by U.S. Army Captain Albert Pike, a Freemason, almost 150 years ago, and sent to Italian politician Giuseppe Mazzini. However, some have declared the letter a hoax, claiming there are no primary sources to prove the document's authenticity. So all of a sudden, it is a hoax. Why? Because they have to tell the truth, but they cannot let the truth appear to be the truth. Okay? Dated August 15, 1871, the mysterious letter pinpoints how and why the First and Second World Wars raged in the 1900s. So you see how many years before they predicted it. It then claims a third and final battle against Islamic war leaders will have our nation fighting to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. He said Christianity would be destroyed and a one world government established. So, let me see. According to the book, Pike's letter suggested World War I would have place to overthrow the Tsars in Russia, which did happen, and make the country a fortress of communism, which did happen. It then told how World War II would destroy Nazism, which did happen, so communism could overthrow weaker governments, which did happen. He also predicted a sovereign state of Israel would be instilled in Palestine, which did happen. It allegedly stated the First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the Tsars in Russia and of making that country a fortress of atheistic communism, which did happen. The divergences caused by the agentor or agents of the Illuminati between the British and Germanic empires will be used to foment this war. At the end of the war, communism will be built and used in order to destroy the other governments and in order to weaken the religions. This did happen, people. During the Second World War, international communism must become strong enough in order to balance Christendom, which would be then restrained and held in check until the time when we would need it for the final social cataclysm. Christendom is the tool of the Illuminati. Notice he says, until the time when we would need it, the Illuminati. Chillingly, Pike then predicted a third world war, which he said must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agentor or agents of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world, which is what is taking place today. The political Zionists, Israel, and the leaders of the Islamic world. We see the Islamic world being stirred up to respond to what is happening. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. So you see, people, these religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, they are mere tools in the hand of the Illuminati. That's why we've been telling people that religion is of the devil. Religion is of the devil. The true belief is a way of life of righteousness of the children of Israel, walking in obedience to their Father, their Creator. That is the truth. And wherever they are assembled, that is their fellowship. Church is a creation of the same evil people who are using these religions to further their cause. Religion is there for control. Church is there for control. So we just wanted to show you that little part about it. And to, just wake us up as to what is happening in this world. We got to be prepared for anything. Okay? The wicked shall do wickedly, but the wicked will not understand. Only the wise will understand. Okay? All right. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Many will call on the name of our Father, but he will not answer. He will not answer. So many people are there. Oh, I stand with Israel. I stand with Israel. Yeah, right. If you stand with Israel, you stand against the Most High. All right? If you stand with Israel, you stand against the Most High. These people are not the people of the Most High. These people are those who say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. They are being used to cause the destruction that is coming upon this earth in these end time. These are the second and the fourth seal. And notice, between the second and the fourth seal is the third seal. The third seal is the economy. Has to do with the economy, the stock market, buying and selling. Notice that third seal falls between the two wars, the red and the green horse. All right? Which shows you that right at the time when the economic collapse, that is when the world is going to, when the wars actually kick off, the Great War, that is when economic collapse is going to take place. Woe be unto us. Imagine a society in which there is pestilence, diseases, because they have been kicking out their diseases, and they're gonna kick out more dangerous diseases because they invent them, these diseases in their labs, and more wicked diseases are going to come out. You're going to have a world war, and in addition to war, nation against nations. That actually means ethnicities against ethnicities. So you're going to have civil wars. And then during that time, you're going to have drought. You're going to have famine, the collapse of the economy. All of that happening all at once. And remember in Baruch, it says even ghosts and evil spirit will be. Why this is not even, we cannot even comprehend it. Yes? But the Most High told his people how to avoid all of this. He said, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. That's Revelation 18:4. And he said, flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not caught up in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahuwah's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. So it is out. It is coming out. It is a time of coming out. And there's nothing left in this. Many people are there still fighting their way in this world with their ambitions. When I see people, oh boy, the world is done. Babylon has fallen. It is time to prepare our souls. That's it. That's all there is time for. That's all that the time is there for. Oh yes, Radcliffe. And I remember I had shared a video, and Radcliffe came and asked me about it. I don't know if you've seen the video of some ravens tearing off the Israeli flag off the post, viciously attacking the flag. And that is a sign, and it's an unclean bird. It is a sign that their time is up. I don't know if you have seen that video. The ravens pecking at the flag, destroying the flag. Yeah, it's a sign that their time is over. They have done their time. They have served their purpose. And this, even how the war was, everything about this war is funny. Because even that bomb the hospital, I think that bomb was there to incite the Muslims. Everything I believe is staged. Not staged, but actually planned and executed. Bomb, and they say kill 500 people. That was, I believe, was no accident. Yeah? Was no accident because it enraged the people of Islam. This war, it's someone trying to stir up the war. As soon as the war began, United States came, sent ships and everything. They didn't even say, "Oh, Israel, please restrain yourself so that there be minimal loss of lives. Make sure, please try to ensure that civilians are not hurt and what." Nothing like that. Nothing like that. And I saw a video of an Iranian speaking in the United Nations and saying that if United States doesn't stop defending Israel, I don't remember the exact words that he used, but in effect he was saying if you don't stop defending this genocide that Israel is doing, then the Iranians will not have any mercy on the Americans. And then I just saw them bombing Syria because of something to do with Iran. And we know that Iran will not be fearful of the United States. It is. We have serious days ahead. Serious time coming. And we just have to prepare our souls. We have to prepare ourselves. And just stop thinking about this world. Just stop this foolishness. This world is foolishness right now. Trust me on that. This world is foolishness because there's nothing left in it. Nothing left in it. Babylon has fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the cage of and the hold of every false spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Come out of her, my people. That's what we're called to do. We're not called to stay in there and try to make things right. We are called to come out of her, my people. These people, they have everything planned through their system of order out of chaos. They are creating the chaos and they will present the order. Don't watch them. Every one of them, they are all in one order. It's one big game that is being executed by them. Do not be deceived. Okay? All right. So I guess that it's not many people on the chat, so there won't be any comments or anything like that. So I just want to leave this as it is, a short message. All right. And yeah, tomorrow. Oh, come on. Tomorrow, hopefully, Yahuwah willing, we will be broadcasting live. Hopefully, here from here in South Africa. All right. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, shalom. Please, before I go, please like, share, comment. Like, especially if you like. All right. Shalom, sweet pea. All praises to the Most High. All praises. Just keep looking out and just prepare yourself to be obedient to the Most High in these end time. All right? Okay. Shalom.